Hey guys, welcome to our Q&A today. Super excited to be on here with you. And I have I have a lot of really good questions that people have asked. So I'm going to get to as many as I can. And I know there's a lag when I answer questions and if you guys have questions. So I might need to skip a little bit around as you ask your questions. So thanks for joining me. And I want to first go into what I promised you I would talk about, because in this group, we talk about how to build your business in dōTERRA organically, meaning offline. We also talk about how to build it online. We don't go as heavy into the online here because I have a different Facebook group where you can totally get those kinds of answers. And we talk basically all about online, although realize that building online is also building offline, because basically building online, if you're going to be honest about it, is really about 10% of the business, even if you're getting crazy tons of leads online. Because if you get, let's say, I get a lot of enrollments online, but guess what? The minute they enroll, now what? Now 90% of my time is spent making sure that I train them and do the things that we normally do with people, doing the wellness consult, helping them learn how to use the oils, helping them talk to the people that they think that they want to help with the oils, that kind of thing. So just realize that 90% of building your business is always going to be what people call organic, as if that's not online. But the reality is, even if you're doing stuff online, you absolutely need to have all these skills. So what I promised you last time is that I would talk to you about the very most simple, basic steps for those of you who are interested and kind of trying to find leads, get enrollments from online. And so we're trying to keep it as simple as possible. And I think one of the problems that I kind of create is I make it sound so simple, and because it kind of is simple, except that's it compared to what? Relative to what? It's totally simple based on everything we have had to do to do online and get online enrollments. All the stuff that we've had to do over the years for the last 4 years, and the money that we have had to spend to figure this out is a crazy ton of work. Now that we've figured out how to do it in the most simple possible way, I tend to go, you guys, it's so easy, anybody can do it. Well, you know what? It's true, anybody can do it, but maybe not everybody wants to do it. It might not be a good fit for you, and that's totally okay. And one of the things that's so funny, because I've had a couple of people, several people reaching out to me. A lot of people super excited about what we're doing. People concerned about what we're doing. What's this going to do to dōTERRA's culture? Just realize I am very cognizant of that. I'm very concerned about it, trying to make sure that we as we move forward, of course, we're going to need to perfect it and make it better as we go. But the truth is, it's not going to be perfect at the beginning, and we need to make it better as we go. Getting a lot of hellos from people. Oh, New York, from Florida. Hello, Jackie. Mo, is that how you say your name? And I'm seeing Marlissa, what a cute name. Haley, Corey, glad to have you guys on here. Thanks for the greetings. So what I want to do is tell you, first of all, this is not for everyone. Building online is not for everyone. But the truth is, if it excites you, then it's for you. Just because you're afraid maybe you won't be able to do it, we are willing to take it step by step to help walk you through the process. But don't worry if you look at it and go, ooh, that looks awful. I keep hitting my computer and doing this because I get all excited. Don't worry if it's not for you. If you look at it and go, oh, that's just daunting, it's overwhelming, I'm not interested, that is okay. Just know that we are going to train you how to build your business, working with people, and then we're going to train you how to do stuff online. So those of you who want to add that piece, you totally can. So don't worry, do the parts that are exciting for you. But what I don't want is, I don't want someone who would love to do online feeling like they're too stupid, feeling like they couldn't do it. And yes, it's work. Anything is work. Do you honestly think you're going to build this business online or offline by just posting something online and all of a sudden you're just going to get rich? No. Or all of a sudden you're just going to be able to help 1 million people? No. There are actually steps that you have to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really simplify the steps for if you do want to go online, and then I'm going to give you kind of the disclaimer at the end, okay? What I'm doing in my online teaching you how to build online, I am bringing you a kind of a conglomerate or a, a combination of everything we've learned, taking the best of the best, combining it down into as simple as we possibly can. That doesn't mean it's all totally easy. Nothing that's worth anything is easy, you guys. So these are the steps. Number one, if you want to do online, and some of you have already taken some of these steps, some of you have gone beyond, some of you are in the middle of this and you're not sure if you want to continue, this might help you. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you the really, really nutshell here. And then later this afternoon on my Facebook group where we just go heavy into the online stuff, I'm going to do another video with me and with one of my funnel guys, Tyler Harding. And we are going to do a video together and we're going to post it on the other group. The other group is called marketinggamechangers.com or Marketing Game Changers. It's the Facebook group with Teresa Harding or whatever. Go find that group if you're not a part of it and you want to learn more about it, because we do go into more detail. But I also, what the video is going to be today that I'm going to post this afternoon over there is basically what I'm going to talk to you about right now, the specific steps to keep it as simple as possible. But we're going to teach you how to do those steps in as brief a period as we can, okay, to try to keep it simple. Because with the online stuff, we end up telling you, okay, go get the funnel and go do this and go do that. And then it gets kind of overwhelming. It feels like there's stuff all over the place and it's crazy, okay? So the very first thing that you need to do, step one, is you need to go register for marketinggamechangersonline.com. I'm going to say that again. Go register for marketinggamechangersonline.com. And if you go there, when you register for that, you get it for totally free, okay? It's absolutely free. Any of the training that I am offering you is free because I can give it to you for free, okay? So it's a 30-day onboarding process. That's what you're registering for. It's a 30-day onboarding process so that you can walk through the steps of getting your doTERRA business set up and starting to do some online stuff. And it's also for you when you bring your other people in. They can come in and they get to have the same things that I'm giving you. Okay, so that's the first step. Step one, register for marketinggamechangersonline.com. Second step is watch all the training videos. There are 30 days of training videos. And the first 20 videos you just get to have for free. The last 10 or however many, the last 10, you only get if you're in doTERRA. So the beauty of it is, if you're already in doTERRA, which you guys all are, you just get it for free. But if your person wants to do it and they want the last 10 videos, then they have to enroll with your team in order to get the last 10 pieces of the training, which are powerful. And we do it in a certain order. We give them certain things on a certain day for a very specific reason, okay? So step two, watch all the training videos. Step three is when you get to the training video, which I think is day 18, when you get that tells you, hey, we're giving you a funnel. And the funnel is what people call, a funnel is basically, that's what people click on. Anytime you've been online and you see something asking for your contact information, they say, here's your free ebook. Just put your email right here so I can send it to you. That is the beginning of a funnel. And everything you click and you go to the next step of each of those pages, all of that is a funnel. That's all that is. It's a funnel. Okay, so we give you the funnel that is being the most beneficial for us to get leads and enrollments online. So we're just going to give it to you. People are hired for $50,000 to $100,000 to build a funnel for you and help you make it successful on your social media or in your marketing. We have done this for years. We're giving you the funnel that has worked the best. Okay. So that one is awesome. So you're going to get the funnel, and that's day 18. So all you do on that day is you click the button that allows you to get what we call the share funnel. That just means we're sharing the funnel with you. That's step 3. Step 4 is you have got to decide what platform you want to put it on. So for example, you can't do Facebook just on Google somewhere. You have to go to Facebook and you have to use Facebook to do Facebook Lives, to set up a group. Well, for funnels, you have to have a place to house it. You have to have a place to use, and they call that a platform. So when you get, you choose whatever platform you want. There are a lot of different ones, and we've used lots of different ones. We have switched to ClickFunnels because it is the most user-friendly. It is the absolute cheapest. It has saved us so much money. So I'm going to bring you the one that I know is going to be the best, that I believe will be the best for you. Okay. So but truly use whatever you want. Some of you are already doing online stuff. You're already on a different platform. Use that platform. You still can have the share funnel. Okay. But if you don't have a platform yet, and a lot of you are going, well, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what that is. Then that's step. So step 3 is click on the share funnel. Step 4 is get your platform. And if you don't already have a platform to put your funnel on, and the platforms cost money. You don't get a platform for free for your funnel. So I don't care which one you use. We use ClickFunnels. If you use ClickFunnels, you click on our link, which we appreciate because then we get the commission. We get a commission from you using ClickFunnels because we have chosen to use ClickFunnels and we use it as an affiliate. So the reason we do it that way is, what that does is that now helps us fund the employees that we have who help take care of you guys and that kind of stuff. So, so if you want to choose ClickFunnels, totally choose ClickFunnels, you'll get a 2-week free trial. So if you click on get the share funnel, it'll take you automatically to the ClickFunnels because that's the one we use and are using with you guys. But again, I don't care which one you use. And then it'll give you a 2-week free trial. So when you get the 2-week free trial with ClickFunnels, in the 30 days of video trainings, I tell you exactly what to do each day so that you can hopefully start getting some benefits before you even have to start paying for ClickFunnels. Now in ClickFunnels, there's a special where you only have to pay $19.99 a month if you don't have too many funnels in your account. So that way you can just take the funnel that we've given you. Okay, so that is step 4, start your 2-week free trial or whatever platform you're going to use. Okay, and step 5 is you're going to need to go in and change the URL because the funnel that I give you has my URL. If people click on it to join my team, well, guess what? It goes to my dōTERRA back office because I want them to enroll with me. So when you get your funnel, you need to go change out that URL. And we have some videos in that training that teach you how to change that URL, how to get your own. The URL, if you don't know what that is, that's just the address that you type in to go to someone's page. When you go to Google, you type an address at the top. I might type teresaharding.com. That's a URL, okay? Then step 6 is after, and there are a couple of other things that you will need to do that we walk you through the process, like making sure that the people that want to use you, like they click on your stuff and want to join your team, you've got to have some emails set up that we give you, but you still got to set them up so that those emails will get sent to the people who click on your stuff, okay? So realize that there are some things that you need to do in ClickFunnels. Once you get the funnel, and sometimes I'm afraid I make it sound too easy. Yes, it's totally easy. You can do it. But you do have to follow the process, and we show you exactly how to do it. We have videos that teach you how to put the emails in, how to set up the email drip campaign so that the emails will go out to someone. So if this is something that feels too stressful for you, then don't worry. You do not have to do this. I am just making this available for people who want to. So you could start and just decide, I'm just going to do a step at a time. Every step of this process, any of you could do. If you're on Facebook, you can do it. So don't not do it because you're chicken or because you think you're not smart enough or you think that you aren't techie enough. You do not need to be techie, and we walk you through. But realize that there's some work to it, okay? So I just wanted to help you understand that's the step-by-step process. And the very last step, step 6, is to post it on your, like to put that URL address at the bottom of your email address. So you don't have to, at the bottom of your, when you send an email to people, any email. Like if I send an email to you today and say, hey, congratulations, you just hit silver, whatever, then it automatically pops up that URL so that anybody who gets my email, whether they're in dōTERRA or not, sees that there's a link that they could click on. And when they click on it, it takes them to your funnel that we gave you. Okay, you post it on your email, you post it on your social media, you put that link on your Facebook page and your profiles everywhere. And again, in that 30-day onboarding process, we have videos that teach you how to do that. So I want you to understand there's work involved. You are not going to achieve something amazing without doing some work and getting in there and doing the pieces that need to be done. There are action items for sure, but I wanted to give you an overall view of what that would look like, because we talk about so many different topics. I wanted to help you understand that that's the process. Now, we are going to go through those steps in the afternoon video that we're going to post. It's not going to be a Facebook Live. We are going to post a video walking you through that process of those 6 steps and teaching you how to do each one of those 6 things, okay? And who knows, I may add a step or 2 for this afternoon. But I'm going to do that with Tyler, my head funnel guy, and we're going to answer questions. He knows all the questions that we get from people all the time. So we're going to do that together, go through this so that you have a better understanding. So if you want to see that video, look for that this afternoon, and it will be on my other Facebook group where we go heavy into online stuff, and it is Marketing Game Changers, all right? So it might be Marketing Game Changer Secrets. Can't remember. So we have so many platforms. Okay, so now I'm going to go into some of the other questions that you guys asked that have to do more with organic building, and we had some really good questions. So here we go. Just going to start at the top. We'll go through as many as we can. It'll probably take about 10 more minutes. Okay. What to do about a builder who is committed but not producing results? So somebody who absolutely, totally wants to build the business, like remember what committed means? What does committed mean? Committed means that they do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it. Okay? So there are a lot of people out there who do that, but for the life of them, they can't enroll someone to save their life, or they can't get anybody interested in the essential oil, to save their life. Okay? So what do you do with someone like that? That absolutely falls on you, because you are the leader. And we are not just leaders of a team, and we are not just leaders in our business. A leader is you. In dōTERRA, you will not be successful if you just try to be a leader. You need to become a leader who then becomes a creator. And what I mean by that is you are someone who absolutely creates leaders. So you have people, if you have someone who's committed but doesn't build and doesn't know what to do and isn't accomplishing anything, it's because they don't have the skills. Now it's different. If you have somebody who's capable, they could totally do it, but they're not committed. That's different. It's a whole different story. This is someone who's committed. They are excited. They do what they say they're going to do when they say they were going to do it. Well, guess what? They don't have the skills, and so some of you might be going, okay, I'm going to start focusing on teaching those skills. If you're trying to focus on teaching skills, you will find the person who is best at that skill, somebody who's awesome at that skill and is teaching it. Don't think that you're going to know how to teach them everything. When I started doing this online stuff, do you think that I just went and figured it out all by myself and then said, oh, you guys, I figured it out? No. I went to the gurus in the industry. I learned from the best of the best. We spent a crazy ton of money on trainings. I found out who was the best, and I watched everything they put out. I geeked out over them. So you need to geek out over the next skill that they need. And part of being a leader is being able to identify what it is that they do need to learn. So what I want you to do is look at your committed leader. For those of you who have a leader like this, look at your leader, and I want you to think, okay, what is the next most important skill that they need to learn? And you're going to absolutely focus on helping them learn that skill. You're going to hold their hand if you need to. Sometimes people who are committed but not capable, they are the ones you need to hold their hand. And I'll tell you what, people look at my team and they see Patrick and Elise Shedevy. They see Andy and Natalie Goddard. They see Danny and Nicole Larson. They see Jennifer and Jen and Richard Oldham. They see Peggy Smith, and they see all these massive leaders, and they go, oh, well, of course. I mean, you found awesome leaders. Well, guess what? Only a very small percentage of the people on my team came in already just knowing what to do and going crazy. And in fact, out of all my qualifying legs, I would say there was only one who had done crazy business before, knew absolutely how to do business, and did it really fast. But even that leader, guess what? For the first several months, it didn't take more than months because they were so capable. But guess what? They didn't know oils. They didn't know how dōTERRA worked. They didn't understand network marketing like I did. So even though they had more experience in business. So even though that's the case, you still are going to help them walk them through the process and train them. So look for the skill they need next. Now, the only time you're not going to do the skill that they absolutely need next, because there might be a skill that you're like, dude, until you get that skill figured out, you are not going to be able to be successful, is if they're not quite ready for that skill. If they can't emotionally handle it, okay? So sometimes, for example, I had somebody who, she was an amazing leader, still is, and she could sign up people like you would not believe. She was signing people up like crazy, but she couldn't get any of her leaders to do anything. And we had talks about it. And this one particular talk, she was so frustrated. It was getting to the point where her team was huge. I think she had hit, I can't remember if she had hit diamond. I think she maybe had barely hit diamond. So she was getting huge. She had done amazing, but none of her leaders would step up. And she was starting to have a lot of problems with her leaders. She said, I enroll everyone. I do everything. Well, guess what? I'd been trying to tell her for quite some time that she needed to let her leaders fly. But guess what? It's easy from the outside to look in and go, Kate, you are absolutely going to have massive problems if you don't stop doing this. And she wouldn't let her leaders do anything. She ran all the events. Basically, everyone ended up feeling like they weren't competent enough. And so they just sat back and let her do stuff. Some people started switching teams because they didn't want to be on her team anymore. They wanted to fly. And so we had some hard conversations where at the beginning, she wasn't really ready to hear. There were other skills she'd worked on, but she kept having the same problems until she was ready. You can't force your leaders to learn the next skill that they need. If they're teachable, then, and most people really kind of are, then they're ready to at least, dip their toes in the water on the next skill that they need. But this is totally on you. If you have a committed leader who isn't doing what they need to be doing to be successful, then you better it's because you're not teaching them. And it might be because you don't know the skill yet. It might be because you haven't found, you've been trying to learn it. You think you have it, but then you keep having problems. Well, maybe you haven't probably learned the skill right yet either. And that's okay. That's why people say about this business, this is a personal development company wrapped up in essential oils. It's because you really do need to grow yourself, even though it's hard. So just be prepared. There are going to be tears. There are going to be some of the highest highs you've ever had with leaders who get successful, and you're so proud of them. But it's not easy. It's going to be hard. So be prepared for that, okay? So, but just remember the one thing I said, this is on you. If you have a leader like that, totally your fault. Take ownership. Start doing something about it without force. Because maybe they're committed until they have to start gaining a skill. When they have to start gaining a skill, now maybe they don't feel quite so committed anymore. So it's okay. That's the beauty of this business, is we get to decide how much we're in and when we're all in and when we're not. So, okay. And the next question I think adds to this whole concept, and I think it's going to be a big help, because this is a good, it's the next step for what you need to think about after what we just talked about. Okay. When to stop propping up a leg. When do you stop propping? And I will answer it quickly, because the next question also goes into a little bit of this, and I'll go into more detail, but I don't want to forget to answer this one. You should never prop a leg. And I don't care what you guys are saying. I want your comments right now. I want your sass mouth. If you're going, yeah, but Teresa, so do that, okay? So Tasha's saying, when someone's committed and wants to build the business but doesn't produce results, that falls on you. Yeah, that is validation. Be a leader who creates leaders. Love this. You're awesome, Tasha. Thanks. Okay. So, Mo in Tahiti. Love you. Love you too. Okay. So this is the deal. I want your sass comments right now, because I'm being tough on you guys. And this is the deal. When you prop a leg, you are absolutely enabling. You are enabling. And when I say prop a leg, for those of you who've never done it, most of you are going, yeah, I wish I'd never done it. This is what it means. It means that you put enrollments under a leg to keep it going bigger, or try to help you hit rank, because someone on that team is not taking care of the people. They're not enrolling. They're not making things happen. So you are either taking care of everyone on that team, or you are adding enrollments. Now, let me qualify that by saying this. You always help everybody who wants to be helped. So let's say I have a leader. We'll call her Sarah, because it's always Sarah. I have a leader, Sarah, on my front line. She has a team. Sarah was silver, and then she decided to quit building. So she has 3 elites under her who are trying to build and grow. Well, guess what? One of her elites decided they don't want to build anymore. So 2 of them are building. Well, do I prop Sarah by keep putting enrollments under there because I need her so I can be silver? No, that's not what we do. But, and I'll give you some other solutions, but do I stop helping her team altogether? Because if Sarah's not going to make me money, then I'm not going to help. No, you absolutely help those people. But your time constraint should be 80-20. Your qualifying legs who are absolutely doing the work to build with you, they are the ones who get 80% of your time. 80% of your time should be spent on those people. Do not fudge this, you guys. If you fudge it, you'll start making a mess, and I'll tell you why. 20% should be spent on everybody else, even the people who are working super hard and want to build, but they're not your qualifying leg. You guys, this is like, imagine if you have a dental practice, and don't worry, you might hate me for saying this, but wait and listen. Hopefully you learn to trust me enough that you get that there may be more to the story. So Romelia saying, I prop my daughter's leg all the time. I view it as my leg. Yes, I know. We see that all the time. And way to go for being so honest. Mo says, I've done this for years. Teresa, no good. I did that for 3 legs. Yes. And tell me, you guys, those of you who've done this, because hello, have I done it? Absolutely. How many times? Too many times. Why do you think I get so passionate when I teach about this? So what happens, you guys, those of us who've done it, what happens when we keep propping a leg? Has it ever taken off on its own? And I'm talking you really had to prop it. I'm not talking the person was helping you. If you're propping a leg, has it ever turned into a leg that just went and you didn't have to worry about it anymore? So I'm going to be looking for your answers down there, okay? But let me see. I trust you always. You're awesome. Thank you. And I just want you to know, I take that seriously. Like I feel this morning I was kind of emotional thinking about some things about the responsibilities on my shoulder that are important to me. They matter to me. So what do you do about, the propping? If you're doing 80-20 and 20% of your time is spent on the people who are really building, but they're not your qualifying leg, let me tell you what happens inside your brain. Because does that mean we're going to give 20% effort to those people? No, absolutely not. And I think that the problem people have is that we have such big hearts in dōTERRA that we think, well, this person is building and they're, they want to do all this stuff, so they deserve to be helped, and they don't have an upline who's helping them. So I need to treat them like they're my frontline leg. Well, guess what? You actually don't. You don't, and you are still going to give them 100%. That the time you spend is a certain amount of time, but the effort you give is all of your heart. But let me explain what happens. If you start giving 50% of your effort to your leaders that are your qualifying legs and 50% of your effort to the people who are not your qualifying legs, this is what's going to happen. Everybody is going to feel gypped. You're going to feel totally like you don't have enough time, and everybody will love you because they'll think you're so amazing, but you're totally sacrificing yourself. You're sacrificing your leaders who have a right to feel like you made a commitment to them. Now, but let me tell you the interesting thing. This is the part where you're going to love it. Jackie says, I had been propping leg. Now I know better. One that I've been doing that they quit. The others don't even do 100 PV or even 50 PV. Not worth it. I'm telling you, thank you for that comment, Jackie, because every time we have ended up having to start a new leg, and we've done it. I want to say hundreds, but to be conservative, well over 100 between, not me. No, I haven't done 100 myself, but I've done a lot myself. But between me and my leaders, I am telling you, we have had people have to rebuild a leg. And at first I used to say, well, okay, you've got $5,000 in this leg or 5,000 points. So you have to decide, is it worth keep propping or is it worth starting a new leg? You got to decide because there's so much volume. You want to know what we say now? No, absolutely not. You start a new leg. You can keep helping that $5,000 leg. And if they accidentally somehow happen to start growing or get involved, well, guess what? Now, guess what happens? Now you get to have, that might be your diamond leg. It might be your blue leg or whatever. So it doesn't, but the thing is, it shouldn't matter whether they build or not. You're going to help people who want to be helped. But now let me tell you the magic of the 80-20 rule. This is truly magic and you will not believe it. This is what happens. If you will abide by the 80-20 rule and quit getting into this, well, I'm not a nice person if I'm not helping the 20% people with 80% of my time. No, you give them 100% effort, but 20% time. And let me tell you what happens. If you will not allow yourself to do more than 20% of your time, your brain will go into hyper overdrive and figure out a way to give them so much value that it will feel like they are getting 80%. And I want you to, and I don't think I'm so great, you guys. I've made more mistakes, I promise you, than any of you guys combined, probably. I've learned a lot of things the hard way. And I want you to notice what I have now. I have a massive team. I have this Facebook group, which is not just for my qualifying legs. Look at the value that I get to give you guys and what I've learned about online building, what I've learned about how to do retreats, what I've learned about how to find builders. So simple. I know exactly how to teach you how to find builders in the One Sample Away that we do, onesampleaway.com. People are finding new builders as they do this. And guess what? Those are not my 80%. This is my 20%. And look what I'm able to give you, because I finally figured out how to take care of myself. And hello, having, breast cancer, that kind of helped me get a clue that I better stop trying to do too much. Because I forced myself to do the 80-20, all of a sudden your brain really truly goes into hyper overdrive. Magic happens and you start figuring out ways to be able to do, look, how much time do I spend? I spend 1 hour a week, well, a half hour, it's supposed to be like what, 15, 20 minutes, and I always go over. I spend time with you guys every week doing this. Over the years, it's taken a lot of hours because guess what? I've created videos and I do all these trainings. I did YouTube videos, but now who gets to go watch my YouTube videos? Who gets to use my 30-day onboarding? Who gets to take advantage of this online stuff I'm teaching everyone? Do I spend time with you guys one-on-one doing a weekly coaching call like I would with my qualifying leg? No. And if I did, guess what would happen? I would not be able to do all of this for you guys. So your brain figures out a way to give 100% to the 20% of your people, to the people who should get 20% of your time. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the love that you're sharing. Okay, I'm gonna go one more question because it dives into this stuff. Let me see. Let me get the right one. I'm hearing my grandbaby cry in the background. I want to go run and get him, but I know Grandpa is taking good care of him. So, okay. So let me see. I have time for one more, and I'm going to be super quick. But you had this question. It's pretty detailed, so I thought it would. And this is from Christina. She says, "Hi guys, I need your help. 8 months later, I'm watching Teresa Harding placement trainings. I've been in dōTERRA since January 2019, and in June of 2019, I hit the rank of gold. This may sound weird, but my huge problem is that I enroll a lot of people, around 20 to 25 each month. Some of you are feeling jealous of this already. But I already understand your problem, Christina, and it has been very difficult for me to find capable and committed leaders to place them under. So when she talks about testing people, how is it possible to test someone during the 14 days you have after you enroll that person? That is the time we have to place it in a smart position. So you ask a brilliant question. She says, what I've seen in this 7 months doing the business is that everyone seems to be excited, capable, committed when they come to my compensation plan class. Sound familiar, you guys? Yeah. So they seem all excited and capable and committed, but then when they realize all the work it takes, because it's a lot of work, they just quit after, by the way, I placed tons of people under them because I believed in them. So I feel like I want to cry. And then she says, LOL. Any of you guys ever felt like laughing, crying? I know exactly how you feel. She says, I feel like I want to cry, LOL, because I have 3 really capable, committed leaders, all 3 in the same leg. I'm so afraid of placing someone under my front line and lose my time teaching and training to finally realize that that person is not a CC. For me, it takes way more than 14 days to meet a person enough so we can learn if that person has everything it takes to do a business like this. Okay, Christina, I love your question, and I love the humility in your question, because it is obvious you are you're totally teachable. You just want to know what to do. You obviously have crazy awesome skills, and I am going to help you by being extra super blunt because I know you can handle it. And so please know this is absolutely with love, and I'm being tough about this because there 99.9% of everybody listening is having the exact same problem about committed capable. You do not know how to test. And that's okay, because you can learn how to test. So, and that's your question. You're like, I'm sure you're thinking, that's exactly why I'm asking this question. So I am going to teach you how to test. And the reason I'm being so blunt to say you do not know how to test people is because I don't want you leaving feeling like, but I do test people and it still doesn't work. I hope that gives you hope, that I know I've worked with thousands of people. I already know, I know what's going on, and I know that you need to learn how to test. I'm going to give you some pointers right now. If you guys still want more training on that, maybe that's what I will cover next week in more detail. But to test someone, you have got to start testing them day one. You should be giving them a test every day. If they are somebody that you think is going to be your qualifying leg, then, well, there are two things I want to tell you, and I'm afraid I'll forget the other one, so I'll tell you this first. You can sign them up as a wholesale customer and test them. Test them for the next 7 days, 14 days, because remember, as soon as they upgrade to a wellness advocate, then you can move them. So that's one way to do it. So be careful about that. But the second thing about that is, let's say that you are Sarah, you're on my front line, and I put Jennifer underneath you, thinking that Jennifer is going to be an awesome builder for my front line. So I build up Jennifer thinking, let's see if Jennifer's good enough. And if she's good enough, I'm going to move her over to my front line. How do you think Sarah feels about that? Horrible. You don't do that to people. So this is how you do it. It's all in the conversation. I go to Sarah and say, hey, Sarah, I have this new girl, Jennifer. There's a position that she's going to be in on my team. It's somewhere else. But I know that you are trying to hit silver. You're trying to hit some volume. So she's someone that can she's going to be a wholesale customer for a little while. We can put her under your third leg for a while, and that will help that leg for you as you're trying to build it up and get to the point of silver until we come to that place where we need to move her where she's going to go. Now, do I need to tell her where she's going to go? No. And that's probably not the best idea. But I also am not one to keep secrets either. I'm not trying to hide anything, but I don't want to cause, the more details you give, the more problem and drama you're going to cause. Okay. So I just give as much basic detail. Hey, I've got somebody that's actually going to go somewhere else on my team, but I know you're trying to hit this rank. So I thought this could help. And do you see the beauty of that? And say, probably it would be by about, we're probably going to need to move her by, and in however many months it's going to take you to test, or don't even give her a time frame. Say, we're just going to have her here. It's going to be temporary and we don't know how long it will be. That way, if Jennifer ever a year later decides to build and go crazy, now you can upgrade her and move her somewhere else. Now, if Jennifer starts enrolling people right away, then you don't have very long to move her because she's putting people under her, which means she's now a wellness advocate, right? So now let's move to the other piece of that question. The other thing I want to tell you about that is the testing. This is how you test. The tests are easier for people who you're not thinking of as a qualifying leg for you. Or if it's not someone you're thinking of as a qualifying leg for your front line or whatever, depending on the situation. So there are two things that you need to do, all of you who are having this problem. Number one, you get darn good at the 3 pathways. If you do not know what the 3 pathways is, you go find it on my YouTube. It's how to do the 3 pathways, and you learn that inside and out. And if it's not working for you, I promise you right now, it's because you're not doing it right. You learn how to do it better. And if you guys have questions about it, you feel like you're doing it right and it's not working for you, you ask me questions here and I will help answer those. Because I promise you, if you do it right, it will absolutely work. And it will solve a lot of the problem that you're having right now. But the testing part is the second piece. You need to learn how to test. And the testing is this. You give them an assignment every single day. And the assignment is easier or harder based on where you think you're going to put them. If you're thinking qualifying leg, do you think I'm going to ask them, okay, I need you to bring brownies. It's Monday. Okay, we're going to have a class this Friday. Could you bring brownies with peppermint in them? That is not my test for the person I'm thinking on my front line. We're all excited. They're ready to go. And by the way, when you do the 3 pathways, it prepares them for the work that is involved. They're going to be way more prepared that this is going to take some effort, more than you would expect, okay? So you've done the 3, you do the first thing you say is, okay, what I want you to do is I want you to come to me I want you to really think about what you want from this business. Tomorrow, I want to get together. I'm going to ask you some questions. We're going to go over a few things because you don't say, I'm going to do the 3 pathways with you. You do that. and you say, okay, so what time's good for you? They might say 3 o'clock. I say, okay, so call me at 3 o'clock and we're going to do the 3 pathways, or be at my house at 3 o'clock. Well, guess what? They don't show. Oh, I forgot. Well, that's a huge sign right there. Then the next day, like we do the 3 pathways, they pick their pathway. Then at the end of that, guess what? We don't leave a day talking where they don't have an assignment for the next day. So if I'm talking hardcore assignments for a qualifying leg for my front line, I'm saying, in fact, honestly, they're coming to the 3 pathways. Well, it depends. I mean, if I already know they want to be my front line, I'm saying, okay, I want to ask you some questions tomorrow, and I want you to come. I want you to start making a list of the people that you can think of. I want you to split it up into 2 categories. Number 1, people who you think would be interested in the oils, that you want to help with the oils, and people who you really would want to work with in the business, or you think would be awesome in the business. So they're already coming to me. And if they come to me with 2 names on their list, that's a sign, okay? If they come to me with tons of names and they'll have ideas, and I'm telling you, if you test them properly, you will know. It's not going to be a foolproof plan. You'll still have people who were really committed and then bow out, and that's going to happen. But your percentage of that is going to be so, so tiny compared to what you're dealing with right now. So what I want you to do is plan on up-leveling your skill with the 3 pathways and up-leveling your skill with testing. So one of my massive tests and I learned this from one of my leaders, Elise Shedevy taught me this, because we kept having all these problems with people saying they wanted to build, and then they couldn't even bring people, and they didn't share, and they just wanted us to do it all. And so finally, Elise came up with this. She started doing calls with, she said, I want you to get your 3 people that you want to work with, 3 people that you think would be your best business partners, and I want you to get them on a call with me. And so not all at the same time. So I do it. It's phenomenal. It was brilliant, and it solved the problem that we were having. So what happens is, let's say I've got Sarah, she's my person who's interested, and I'm telling her after I do the 3 pathways, day 1, the next day I'm like, okay, I want you to start making your list of 100. I go over the list of 100. And in fact, I don't even show them the whole thing anymore, because you know what I do? I tell them, okay, I have a video on YouTube that tells you the details, or I have it on my website. It's on teresaharding.com. I want you to go find the video about this, about doing your list of 100 people. I want you to watch it. I want you to start making your list, and I want you to text me the 3 things that were the most powerful for you. So now I don't even need to spend an hour teaching them about the list and who to talk to and all the stuff. Now I've got a video, and you can use my videos, of course, and I can just send people to that. And now, do you think I'm going to be able to tell? If they do that, if they go watch a video and start making their list and come back the next day like they're supposed to, that's huge. So the asking them now after the list, I say, okay, I want you to tell me the 3 people that you really want to be business partners with, that you'd be the most excited to work with, and think about that. And so she decides. And the assignment, the second day, the assignment is, okay, I want you to you go find those people, and I want you to get them on a phone call with me. And if they have a list of 5 or 6, just fine. We'll do 7 phone calls that week. And she gets them on a 3-way with me. And I teach you how, I think I have a video that teaches you how to do the 3-way call. If you guys can't find it, let me know. And that tells me I need to record one so that I can get it out for you guys. So test, test, test. I'm sure that as you're listening to me talking about this kind of testing, you realize, oh, no wonder I haven't been testing like that. Can you imagine if you are giving that kind of a test every single day for 14 days? Do you think that within 12 or 13 days you can tell if they're actually doing stuff? Because I can promise you, by the time the first 2 weeks are up, guess what? You've been doing the 6 weeks to elite. You've been giving them the assignments, and you've scheduled their launch week, which should be 2 to 3 weeks out. So their launch week should be coming up. So hopefully that helps you guys. Oh, Tasha's saying how to test. I'm sure that was before I started answering that question. So hopefully that answers you guys. If you guys want more information on testing, if you need more, somebody had asked Julia, I think you asked for a list of the questions you can ask on testing. I've always done it in videos like this, so I don't have it written out. If you guys, I'm going to make a list for you guys if you guys will help me. This is what I want you to do. I want you guys to send in these comments a crazy ton of list of everything you can think of that you might ask, and specify whether it's for someone that you're thinking of for a really key position and someone that maybe is just a share. Split them up, say share questions and like qualifier question, testing questions or assignments, sorry. So do that. I'm going to take all of yours. I'm going to add mine, and we're going to make a list for everybody. We're going to do it together. Okay. You guys help me with that. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully that helped you guys, and you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.